Welcome all you Leos to your weekly energy update, and we're going to be focusing in on the week of May 8th to May 15th. These, of course, are timeless, so if you're coming across this outside of that time frame, still trust your intuition and watch the video because I'm sure there are messages for you. But if you are watching this during that time frame, then May 8th today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all of you who are mothers or mother others, who nurture others. It's a great day to celebrate that amazing mother divine love. We also, at the end of the week on May 15th, we have the full moon in Scorpio happening, and we actually have, that's a total lunar eclipse. There's some very powerful moon energy that's happening this week as well. So, of course, Mother Moon, she's Mother Luna, she's the nurturer, she's the mother energy of the Cancer signs. So there's this beautiful energy of mother that's just flooding this week. So the theme of this reading for this week is going to be how and where in our lives we can mother ourselves. Where can we have this self-nurturing apply in our lives. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Crystal Medicine Oracle. And just a side note, any of the cards that I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below in the video. And we're just going to see here for our Leos, what would you like them to know? How and where can they use some self-nurturing, some mothering of themselves, please, for our Leos? Okay, there we go. Flying off here. And you actually have unconditional love. Beautiful Mother Mary. So beautiful, beautiful, powerful Master card number 33 coming in here for you. So definitely being reiterated that this is a huge time for you to let that love, that unconditional love that you just fill up and roll out to others, that it's time to focus in on yourself. And we'll read from the book here too. So this is one of the most powerful cards in the deck, and it's come to you today to remind you that you are love. The love expressed here is unconditional love, which has no boundaries, the energy that makes up the universe. And no matter what happens, it embraces everything with abundance in all ways. This love is shared with no expectation of getting anything in return. It is your true state of being, who you are at your core. It's your soul's vibration. Love is what makes the world go around, and without love, there is no life. Have you been feeling a lack of love? Are you searching for love in people and other things outside of yourself to fill you up? Have you lost yourself and you're trying to find your way home? Are you going through a time of grieving or loss? Have you just split from a relationship? Whatever your current circumstance, know that unconditional love is the answer. Do whatever is required so you can connect to this abundant, everlasting energy within you. It's not always easy to love yourself without conditions for who you are right here, right now. However, you're encouraged to give it a good go. I know it's hard, isn't it? But it's time to give it a good go. It's time to be kind, compassionate, and gentle with yourself, and practice the art of loving whatever rises within you. As your feelings and thoughts arise, bring a depth of understanding and compassion through for yourself. Set yourself free with unconditional love, knowing that love is the answer and has the power to heal all. So definitely, this is such the perfect card for what we were talking about with all this energy that's coming in this week. It is how to love yourself, how to mother yourself. And of course, the medicine is Mother Mary. Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus. She holds unconditional love in its purest form. Her sacred heart shines upon humanity, offering kindness, understanding, nurturing, compassion, forgiveness, and grace. Despite her hardship, Mary stood true to her mission and purpose, demonstrating by this dedication that miracles can transpire. Mother Mary is held in high regard by the Catholic Church as a symbol for hope and faith, and is known to care and look over the children of the world. Her three main values are humanity, simplicity, and charity, and she is the essence of the divine feminine. So call upon Mother Mary to guide you at any time in your life with all issues of unconditional love. She's ready and waiting to share her sacred divine heart with you. Wow. Not anything I can add to that. That is so beautiful. That is so fitting for this reading. We're also going to pull these chakra reading cards and just see what chakra would help you with this nurturing. I imagine the heart chakra would come out. We'll see if it does, but it seems like that would make sense. But we'll allow the cards, the perfect card, to come out for you for this week. We won't be upset if it's not the heart chakra, right? Okay, so it's this one right here. Yep, nope, it wasn't. It's about balance. It's your root chakra. And here's this beautiful, beautiful balancing. Actually, I had just finished Taurus's reading, and they had a similar card over here, which was the yin yang, which was the balancing of the masculine and the feminine. And so this definitely is this balancing message that's coming in for you. But you have 3 and 3 is 6, which is the parent number or the mother number, and you got number 6 here too. So there is the synchronicity that's coming in with all of that. Let me just put that so there's not a glare on it over here. And I'll open right up to the page. It says you've called this card into your awareness this week as an indication that balance is required somewhere in your life. Mastering balance is certainly a work in progress and a powerful master key to a more harmonious and enjoyable life. We live in a physical world of polarity with day and night, hot and cold, and the forces of nature are constantly working towards a state of balance in everything. Living a life of balance is the ultimate goal. When you can walk your path with no judgment, unconditional, and realize that everything has an opposite, life becomes less stressful and flows with ease and grace. You may have been feeling out of whack of late. Take a moment to see what is out of balance in your life. What have you been putting too much energy into or focusing on? Or what requires a little more attention? If you've been putting too much energy and effort into something and feeling stuck, then it's time to let go and allow the natural flow of balance to take place. If you've been ignoring something and not giving it the attention it requires, now is the time to give it some love, care, and focus. It could be thoughts in your head, relationships, work, family, or a new project you're working on. Once you find where the balance is required, take action and positive steps to allow the natural flow to occur. There's an old saying that too much of a good thing is not always the best medicine. Balance is the key. It's time to let go and stop pushing or trying too hard. Surrender and allow balance to bless your life. This card can also indicate that balance may already be present and you've been taking the right steps to allow it to flow into your world. Because the affirmation for this card is, I am balanced in all aspects of my life. And like I said, the Taurus reading I had was, that message was more because they have this natural divine feminine energy because they're ruled by Venus and they're like a feminine energy in the zodiac. Well, Leo is actually a masculine energy, and it is ruled by the sun. which the moon is like the, the emotional side. So this balancing that's coming in for you, theirs was get out of the emotion, or balance the emotions by connecting to the divine masculine. Yours is getting out of your head and getting into the connection of your emotions, allowing this love to fill in. So if you want to check out the Taurus reading, you can check out the Taurus reading for this week for them too, and just see, the beautiful messages, because it's such a cohesive. It almost feels like it's the yin and yang being represented in these two different readings that I'm doing. We're also going to pull from tarot, though, and see what other messages the Creator has for you. And one more time. All right. So what else for our Leos, please? Okay. They do want these three. Actually, they want these three for down here. These two for up here. And then what about for this one here? Whoa. Okay. No. Okay. That makes sense. They said, nope, none of these. Just being a Butterfingers. Okay. And then two down here. Okay. I getcha. So we'll start over here with this one, with this unconditional love. And you have the Ace of Swords that is coming in here. And swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. The Ace of Swords is beautiful because it empowers you. It's a gift. It allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those that are rooted in unconditional love. And it also gives you the power to cut away those small T truths of the human side, of the brain. It allows you to cut away. So this is new thoughts and new beliefs coming in for you, and the power that comes with that. Let's see what else they say here. You have Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. Pentacles is your outside world, and it's like defining your worth and your worthiness based on your outward living experience. And the 9 is a great number because the 9 is the Hermit card in the Major Arcana. And so the 9 of Pentacles is about finding your worth from within rather than from the outside. Usually they're in a garden, and this is kind of represented with this wallpaper back here, but she's using a garden. And the one thing that you have with you is usually a feathered creature of some sort. In this case, this looks like a swan or a goose. I think it's a swan. And that is your connection to the higher realms as well. So really feel like with this unconditional love is where you find your foundation, because when you're looking outside of yourself, like it mentioned in this card, I believe it was this one, or it was one of these that mentioned looking outside of yourself to define your lovability. And when we look outside of ourselves to relationships or situations like jobs or education or some sort of circumstance, or our bodies or our bank accounts or our possessions, those areas are unstable because people change or pass away. Situations never stay the same, and our bodies and things, they break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. So those things are unstable in the outside world. And so when we define ourselves by it, we do feel unstable. Where this Nine of Pentacles comes in is that you have looked within and have found your wholeness and your completeness from within based on the unconditional love. That is stable. That is eternal. It's unconditional, not one condition. So nothing you can do to earn it, nothing you can do to have it taken away. So I feel like this is these truths that are coming in, these new truths with the Ace of Swords here, and then the Nine of Pentacles is showing you that you are taking this to heart and you're understanding that that is your essence, that is who you are. Yeah, and then you have another 9, the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is about perseverance, but I really find the Nine of Wands, with it being the nines, finding your energy within. The Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your energy, your spiritual energy. And this is that you have found it from within yourself because of what obstacles and stuff have come in your life. You have basically turned inward because of all that other energies that you have had before, which are disappointment in those outside things, right? So those emotions and that energy that you felt from the outside, they were always pointing you back inward, and now you've found this great source within yourself here. Got all these threes, these sixes, and these nines, so that is very important for you too. If you look up 3, 6, and 9, the importance of that numerology, it's a very interesting read, so I will leave it at that. I won't go into it now and bore those people that don't want to know about it. But if you feel inspired to go look into that, check that out, because it's pretty cool. And then you have the Six of Cups. Cups are your emotions, and another 6 again popping up under the other 6. And this is kind of called the nostalgia card. But if you look at sixes as movement, this is movement in your emotions, like movement from one shore to the other. And with the Six of Cups, as you connect to this unconditional love, it does transform like your memories. It does transform the old emotions that you felt before. Because when you realize that every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, then you know that one is of this pure unconditional love, or people are acting out of fear. And so when you go back and look at a memory, you do understand and look at it from a different perspective. You actually see it like, when someone did something to me, was it of unconditional love? Nope, it wasn't. So it was out of fear. And how was it out of fear? When you realize that the human being in us, the little child in us feels unsafe or out of control, it ignites and sounds an alarm and goes into fight or flight mode. And when it does that, what happens is the blood literally leaves our brain. And because it doesn't want us standing there thinking and get eaten by something instead of either fighting or running. And so all that blood rushes out of our brain to go to our muscles to help us fight or to run like hell. And so when we act or react out of fear, we're actually acting out of our minds. And you can probably agree with me, like, yep, we know when we are acting in fear, people act like a fool, right? And it's because we're not thinking, we're just reacting instead. So when you go back and look at an old memory and an old way of seeing things, when you look back at a memory and you go, oh, so that person was not acting out of unconditional love, they were acting out of fear. So they weren't even looking at me, they were fearing something. And when you look at it from that, place, you realize that they were feeling unsafe or out of control in some way, and they were acting out of their mind in a way to try to feel safe again and feel in control again. And so it wasn't personal. They just literally left their minds. You just happened to be near them when they did it. And so you start to look at the situation differently. You start to look at the person differently, but you also start looking at yourself differently. And that memory, that wave of that memory and that experience impacted you does transform. Yeah, literally transforms. This is the Death card. Death and rebirth. The old way that you were looking at it goes away and you start to have this new birth. I mean, literally, you raise from the dead. You raise from the old way of looking at things, and you do have this beautiful new discovery, this new rebirth, and how you are looking at your life and how you're looking at everyone else, but how you're looking at yourself differently as well. And you have the Three of Wands. So we talked about the Wands as your energy, and the Three of Wands is about changing direction, changing the path that you were headed down and taking an offshoot. You're taking a fork and going off in a different direction because of new information that you have received. And again, another 3. So, and you had 13, which had a 3. So 3s and 6s, 3s and 3 and 3, and 9 and 9. So definitely you have this. If the number 3 or 6 or 9 has any significance for you, it should, because these are just crazy synchronicities here. And then your final card here is the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is kind of, it could be a change in direction card like this one as well, because it basically says it usually shows someone that has planted a tree or a bush, and some of the fruit is starting to show. And when they look at it, they're like, I'm not really sure, that I planted an apple tree and I'm getting little small apples. They're not ripe yet, but I'm not really sure I want apples anymore. It was what I thought I wanted, but now that I see the fruit growing, I'm not really wanting that. And so I want an avocado tree instead. So I'm going to plant an avocado tree. You're changing the energy where you're investing it. You're changing directions in that. It also is a message of that you're going to be, you have a lot of change happening within you, because it's kind of like a patience card too. It's like usually either you're changing direction or you are seeing the fruit grow, and it's saying just be patient. It takes time for the fruit to come to fruition in your outside world. Again, the Pentacles are about your outside environment, and with all this stuff that you're having go inside of you, you change on the inside like this, but we don't change from the outside in. We change from the inside out. So it takes time for you to see this change of attitude impact the outside world, but it will make its way to the outside world. Just be patient with yourself and with the world as you go into that. So I'm loving this for you. And then lastly, we're going to pull from the Chakra Love deck and just see what's the final message that that the Creator has for all you Leos. So what else? Okay. I feel like this one right here and that one right there. Okay. So this one went flying out, and you have foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. Yeah, I really love that with this 9 of Pentacles here. This unconditional love, like it said in the card, is who you are. You are unconditional love. That's what you're made out of. That's your foundation. That's your essence. And when that becomes your foundation, then you become strong. You do feel this wholeness and this completeness in your life. Yeah, divinity. Recognize the divinity in the mirror. Yeah, realize that you are so much more than this little small human being. You are you're made of unconditional love. You're a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love. So that's the crown chakra that connects you to the higher realms, allows you to see who you are. Another crown chakra, to calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. So this is this change of mind we were talking about. So it is moving into the higher realms, and you do that through your heart. It's definitely that connection through your heart. And then you have dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. So this is the third eye chakra, and this is about connecting to the higher worlds, to connecting to the divine, that higher perspective, seeing things from that direction. So I am loving this for you. Definitely have this change. And again, this basically is reiterating the message too about getting out of your mind and moving into your heart. Trust your gut. Get into that emotions. Let that love fill you up. And it's like a huge decision we make in our life when we decide, does the Creator of all things love me conditionally or unconditionally? Because you can't have it both ways. It just takes one condition to make the Creator's love conditional. And if the Creator loves us unconditionally and you choose to really focus on that and bring that in, it changes your life. It changes your memories. It changes your perspective on how you look at things. It changes how you feel about yourself and that wholeness that comes with that. So I'm loving this beginning of this higher adventure for you, this balancing that's coming in, allowing yourself to love yourself and nurture yourself with this beautiful, beautiful love. Right, Leo, if you're looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those messages and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up, click the like button. Also click the subscribe button. That gives you access to the notification bell. And if you, when you go in there, select the all option, you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps my channel grow in such a great way, and also it helps spread the love, because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, you subscribe to a channel, those things make the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share those videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am definitely grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, Leos, as you go through this amazing week, please know that every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.